Hi everybody, I'm Hannah with Ex-Aequo Artists, and today I want to talk to you about growing your social media channel as a guitarist. So the first thing you need to think about with social media is, why do you want to have a social media page? For me personally, I started an Instagram page and a Facebook page and a YouTube page because I wanted to have a way to get my work out for people to see it, and if somebody was wanting to hire me to play a concert or to teach a lesson, it's kind of like a portfolio that they can go to and they can see the way I play and the way I talk and things like that. So the first thing we need to think about, or that especially what I think about with my content that I put out there, is just the quality. The thing that I'm most concerned about is the quality. It's not so much like numbers, likes and views and all that. I'm not really concerned about that when I post. I'm really concerned about, is this something that I want to be out and for everybody to see? So the first thing you want to think about with this is, the way that your video or picture or whatever looks. And I know as guitarists, we spend a lot of time practicing and making things sound perfect and just right. But for social media, you have to think that the first impression that people are going to have of your content is the way that it looks to their eyes. That's going to decide if they want to listen to you and click on your video and hear more. So the first thing that I think about is lighting. I always try to film during the day with natural light. So for example, right now I have a window that's right next to me over here, and natural light always looks better than whatever kind of lights you have in your home. So once you have good lighting, the other thing is the angle that you're recording at. I use a tripod to record, so I have this kind of, I guess it's just like a small, I think I paid $20 for this on Amazon, and it's got a little clip for your phone. These extend, and these also like fold up, so you can do like things like this where you can hold it and all that. But what I will do with this is plug my phone in, or clip my phone into it and put it on maybe a table in front of me. And you're going to want to think about angles a little bit. So, like when you first open your phone camera and it's like front facing, and you're like, it's like below you, and you just like, you can see like a double chin and all that. Like, let's keep the phone camera at a good angle. So you don't want it too high. That's kind of weird. And let's keep it at a natural angle that you would see someone playing guitar. And so I would do, for me personally, whenever I make my videos, I try to keep it at eye level. And I like to also get both of my hands in the shot, or I try to. I know this is like kind of difficult for me for some reason. So I'm always trying to get my left hand and my right hand in the shot and line it up. Sometimes you might want to do just a left-hand shot if there's something interesting you're doing with your left hand you want to show off, or a right-hand shot if you're doing just a tremolo and you want to show that off. That's okay. But a lot of times people like to see you and what you're doing and everything that's going on. So try, if you can, to get as much as you can in the shot. Your face, your hands, everything. And sometimes that's difficult because you have to reach and turn on the camera. So one thing I do is I have this like little shutter remote. So it looks like this, and you hit this button and it takes a picture or records or stops recording. It's really useful. Like all of my pictures that I take for Instagram, I take them by myself with my camera, and I use this, and I just have my arm out of the shot, and you can take pictures with it. That's really easy. Okay, so we've got good lighting, good angles, good tripod, all that stuff. So now we can focus on the thing that we really want to think about, which is the sound, which you probably are already, you're a guitarist, so you think about your sound so much, and when you record, sometimes the sound quality isn't as good on your phone. But for Instagram, I think that a phone quality is fine. Sometimes I do like a little mic. If my phone camera doesn't sound so good, you can get, I think I spent like $12 on Amazon for this little, it's actually a lapel mic. And I'll just kind of put this on my music stand or somewhere near the sound hole of my guitar, and it sounds a little bit better. If I'm doing a YouTube video or something, I like to record with this Zoom recorder in front of me, and these are nice because they're small enough that they can be out of the shot. You can have them like maybe on the floor in front of you or on a stand somewhere. And the problem is now the sound is on a separate device with this, so I would only use this if I was doing like a full YouTube video where I'm going to do editing and things. But for Instagram, I don't edit my videos at all. I just record and then post. So this is good for like a longer video that you don't mind spending some time editing. So the next thing I want to talk about, now that we've got a good camera set up and everything's looking good and hopefully sounding good, the thing I would like to think about with social media is, this is going to sound weird, but I like to call it deposits and withdrawals. So if you think of your Instagram page as like a bank account that you just opened, you can't just go open a bank account and make withdrawals. There's no money in there yet. You have to make deposits first. So I think of deposits as like music that you share that people enjoy and they want to follow you because they love your playing or they love the sound of your instrument. Sometimes deposits can be tips that you give people on how to improve their playing, or just personal things you share. Also responding to comments that you get. If someone leaves you a nice comment and you can do a little response and have a conversation with them, these are all deposits that you're depositing into your social media bank. And then when you want to make a withdrawal, you'll have some deposits in there already. So withdrawals, I would say, are things like, you know, come to my recital, you know, buy my CD. These are all withdrawals that you can't just start asking people to do if they have no reason to follow you yet. So you need to make way more deposits than withdrawals. So really try to connect with your audience first. Give them some things. I know we don't like to, you know, work for free, but I think, you know, if it's something you can do where you just, even posting little videos of yourself, that counts as a deposit. So the last thing I think about when I think about social media is, it sounds kind of cheesy, but just be yourself. People will follow you or listen to your music because they like you, they like seeing you, and they like the energy that you bring to something. I know with classical guitar, a lot of times, you know, we're all playing the same pieces, more or less, you know, we're all playing Tarraga and Soar and things like that, but you know that listening to players that we all have something special that is worth, you know, hearing. So the same thing with social media. There must be something about your personality that would connect with other people. So don't try to copy something that someone else is doing or anything like that. Just do exactly what you're doing, and I think people will respond the best to that. This is basically just my short talk on social media. It's really fun, and it's been like an amazing way to connect with other people and other musicians. So let me know if you have any questions. Leave a comment so that we can see, you know, your social media channel, and I'll see you guys around on the internet. Thanks for watching.